President Obama is hoping what worked to rally Americans during his re-election bid is going to work again to rally them as we near the fiscal cliff. Twitter, blogs, email blasts. Just yesterday, the president invited his backers to a Twitter town hall, and now he's urging them to post their stories as well as their demands to Congress on social media. Let's bring in Eric Yaverbaum, associate publisher and co-founder of Social Media Magazines. Good to see you. Good morning.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So the White House says they've already gotten 200,000 responses to this. They call it My 2K, and the reason it's called that is they want people to talk about their fear of losing $2,000 if these tax cuts expire. So if you search the feed, here's what you find. You do find almost as many counter comments as supportive comments. So it begs the question, is Twitter a way to kind of unite an army of supporters?
Absolutely. Technology is changing the art of persuasion. But everybody, look at history. Look at history just a few weeks ago. This guy won the White House with technology. We talked about it here before. He used technology to get reelected. He used it to get in the first time. The only difference that he's doing this time that he didn't do when he got elected the first time is he's making sure that he doesn't tone down the machine. He's going to kick up the machine. So now for the very first time we have this issue that he wants the American public to weigh in on. And if you think about the demographic, the President of the United States can come into the living room of a voter, up to 30, say, in their comfort zone and talk to them one-on-one, make an issue out of the $2,000 in their comfort zone, not on network news, not in the daily newspaper, but in a very personal way, in a way that resonates with that demographic. I think it's going to be very impactful if he keeps doing that.
Well, the numbers are phenomenal. The president has 24 million Twitter followers, nearly 34 million Facebook likes, obviously a huge online bully pulpit. But how do you take those numbers and how do you use them most effectively to your advantage? Because again, when you look at that My2K hashtag, you do see a lot of conservatives going on it with the counter opinion.
Yeah, well, look, the country's pretty divided on it. The country's pretty divided on a lot of things. I mean, when you look at an election where we're not talking 60 or 70% of the vote, and we're not talking about some astronomical, popular vote differential. All of these topics are highly complicated, but to get people engaged in them, I think that it's great. Let's debate. I don't think anybody has the real and right answer to what we're supposed to do now, other than we have a problem.
And I wonder if actually conservatives are sort of helping the president's cause, because if you go on a site that you think is friendly to what you believe, and obviously if you're a supporter of the president and you go to My2K, there's a good chance that, and then you read these comments from conservatives that are very anti the president's proposal, I wonder if it gets you all the more fired up.
Well, it probably does, but here's the problem, and it starts in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., everybody votes on, it's Republican or Democrat, and we vote on party lines. We have a very big problem. That fiscal cliff, adjective, that's real. We have some real financial issues that we need some real solutions for.
All right, so presumably the president can reach his supporters online, but can they reach Congress? Then how do you take that and turn that into something that maybe has influence with the other side?
Well, here's the thing about that is that the president is able to get messages to people who are versed in technology and are participating in technology. The people that are participatory in technology know how easy it is to reach a congressman or a senator using technology. So he's talking to the exact right people, the people who know how to use Twitter, who know how to use Facebook, who know how to use email.
Is there more that can be done with this? I mean, is the opportunity for someone like the president with those numbers in the millions almost limitless?
Well, it's almost limitless if he can will the vote his way. What will happen during his entire presidency is you're going to see a lot more of this, which is why social media will become a lot more relevant, because he's going to do this with every issue now.
And you're also limiting yourself in terms of who is social media savvy, or not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore, but, if they're not social media savvy, they're watching you on television or they're reading about you in the newspaper. The thing is that you have to surround a decision maker in all areas, the places that we're comfortable. I like the morning newspaper. My 20-year-old will never read it. So, when we use social media, we're getting everybody.
Eric Yaverbaum from Social Media Magazines. It's always good to have you here. Thank you.
Always great to be here.
And today's tweet of the day comes from MSNBC contributor Dave Weigel. At this point, I think the party responses to new fiscal cliff offers are being written with Mad Libs.